guys, it's Hollie here for PlayStation Access, and I'm continuing my trip in Paris to see Watch Dogs, and I'm with Danny, who is lead game designer, and of course, we're talking about the game that everyone wants to know more about. But let's start with kind of what you guys have been up to for the last few months. The game was moved kind of from November, so what kind of things did that allow you to do? What extras and polish could you give?
It's hundreds of things. I mean, everything is an anecdote because we did so much. We revised all the level design, you know, we added a variety in the eye reaction when you're the invisible hacker man. I mean, the main thing it allowed us to do is not cut, you know. So the things we were gonna make some bad choices, cut corners. So having this delay just allowed us to finish what we started, finalize the systems, and make the game we wanted to make in the end.
And you're happy with what you made?
I'm really happy, yeah. It's been 4 years and a half, and some people 5 years and a half, so it's been quite a long journey. So it's great to be here and just show it to you guys and, you know, just deliver it to the world and hope they enjoy it.
That's amazing. Now, as lead game designer, for me, one of the toughest jobs I think you must have is keeping this world alive. You have a whole city to populate, to make it live and breathe. Yeah. What did you kind of do? What do you think? Well, we have to make this work.
It's there's so many aspects, and there's a full team working, you know, with me. So I think the main challenge is to make hacking a meaningful gameplay, and for it to work, and you know, it's effective. So if you're in driving or in stealth or in combat, hacking has to be useful because people have this background of shooters, and if they fix their problems with their weapons, well, it's not Watch Dogs. So we need to make that work. And obviously creating the systems to populate the world, because there's a lot of different things talking to each other at the same time, like physics and weather and civilians and hacking, and you know, and everything that happens in the world will just have domino effects on everything else. So it was really challenging to make that work, you know.
So one thing, this map is huge, and when we were experiencing today, you know, you drive, right? You have to drive to get from one place to another, and there are loads of vehicles. They all seem to feel different. When you were putting that in there, you know, because driving in a game like this can make or break a game.
Yes.
What kind of time and dedication did you give to that?
It was the first thing we worked on.
Really?
I mean, we started with that. When I arrived on the project, there was this kind of mode where you would drive and try to hack people and stop them with traffic lights, and it really the first thing I played, so the idea has been there for quite a while. It's a very interesting challenge driving, because you cannot make the one shoot that will please everyone. Yeah. It's just impossible. Like, you have a arcade and simulation, so we're trying to find ways to please different types of players, either with the different cars or, you know, the way it feels. So we have speed, we have muscle cars that are heavier, we have agile that are a little easier to drive than the bikes and crazy stuff. But it's a very interesting challenge.
I had
so
some
hopefully
experiences on a motorcycle, I can tell you that. Straight over bridges.
Yeah, that can happen for sure.
Okay, so the phone plays a massive part, and it isn't just for hacking. At one point, the phone led me to a giant spider. Do you tell us about building that into the game? Yeah,
the giant spider or the phone?
The phone, and the things that it can do, such as giant spiders.
We wanted to give deliver the fantasy of owning a smartphone. So there's a lot of functions in there. Like it's a computer. It does a lot of things. I mean, customize your songs, or, you know, order cars and things like that, mini games. And we added augmented reality games, so you can play Invasion, which is a shooting aliens, you know, with a AR gun. And then in there's D-trips, so digital trips. They will affect your brain waves and make you kind of hallucinate a parallel world. But the goal is to create something light. You know, we have a serious game, and this is just, it's a way for us to give fun, simple fun to players, and it still kind of makes sense in the world, you know, the Watch Dogs universe. But also really to just, you know, change the pace and, you know, enjoy the game and on a lighter tone, have a break from the story if you want to, and then, you know, do something crazy. Did you try Madness as well?
Yes, we've been trying with shooting zombies. I'm still in the spider. I was just kept playing spider, just rocket launching cars.
There's more that's coming in the final game as well.
Even better. So it's not just about playing Watch Dogs by yourself. It is some seamless online that we've experienced today. But for those people who are a bit like, oh, I'm not too sure if I'm going to enjoy this, what kind of balancing have you put in for the online?
First thing, if you want, you can turn it off. I mean, so if you're not into that, no problem. I mean, this game is trying to respect every play style, and that's it's a player preference, so it's okay. But we also put a shield in, so if someone comes in your game and hacks, first, the activity is fun. So we want it to, it's hide and seek. So you're trying to find this person using technology and your tools. So it's a fun activity. And then secondly, it's not lethal, so you don't have to, go around killing each other. And then there's a shield, so it cannot happen, time after time again. So if someone comes in, you will be protected for a certain amount of time. So that's a way, to pace it, to not be, intrusive. And the less you participate, the longer that shield is. So if you're not into it, naturally the game will kind of slow down that aspect. And if you're very active, it will accelerate it. So it's more a kind of a player choice in the end.
So the final thing we have to ask about, because this is PlayStation Access, there is some PlayStation exclusive content coming to Watch Dogs. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, there's basically 1 hour of extra content, and it has its own small missions, and it's more Watch Dogs for the fans to play, and it's just a kind of a special thing we did for the PlayStation fan.
No arguments from me. Well, thank you very, very much for your time. I know you've been a very busy man today.
Right, my pleasure.
Thank you very much. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you can stay tuned to the YouTube channel because we'll have even more stuff coming up from the world of PlayStation.